Hey guys, so it's 2025, and if you're thinking about getting started with an e commerce business, specifically selling expensive products, then you're in the right place. I'm going to show you some really good ideas for products that you can sell that work really well today and that can work in the future as well. So, if you're just getting started with high ticket dropshipping, definitely get my free niches list and mini course at ecommerceparadise.com/mini course. That's the best way for you to get started to learn everything you need to know before you even dive in and start investing money and stuff like that, is to kind of get an idea if it's even right for you, if it'll work for you, that kind of thing, because it really only works for specific types of people that are prepared for it. All right, with that said, let's jump into the video. Okay, so one of my favorite places to start when I'm looking for ideas for niches for products to sell online that are high ticket, that are expensive, usually $1,000 or more, is house.com. So House is a cool website where you can go and find ideas for different products that are around the house, where you can, you know, just kind of get a starting point. And later in this video, I'll show you a little bit on how to do niche research to discover, some potential competitor sites that you can model after, and potential high-ticket dropshipping suppliers, um, and specifically the brands, because the brands are really who we want to go after. Suppliers, as far as distributors, sometimes they work out because they still offer good margins, but a lot of times suppliers they take, or distributors, they take quite a big margin. So you want to be working with the brands directly. So all the brands here that you see could be potential suppliers like Washlet, Darby, Bosk, Sequoia, Fogless, Parker Living, Newberry. All these different brand names, these are potential suppliers. Now, the reason why we want to find potential competitors first is because the idea is that if a site is specifically doing drop shipping, if they don't have like a physical retail store where they stock stuff, or like a warehouse where they stock stuff, then they're doing drop shipping for sure. Then all the brands on their site are probably most likely going to offer drop shipping accounts. So that's kind of the idea there. So let's just get some ideas and plug them into Google Shopping and see what we can find. Here's furniture, bath, kitchen, rugs, lighting, outdoor. Some really good places to start here. Up in the top menu, you have shop products, kind of have a bit of a main category, subcategory menu setup like this. Bathroom vanities, vanity lighting, mirrors, fixtures, bathtubs. So these are particular categories. Bathroom vanities, for instance. Under kitchen and dining, bar stools, counter stools, dining chairs, dining tables, that kind of stuff. It's all like really specific categories. If you cruise over to another thing, you'll have more category ideas here. And you can take any one of those keywords and you can plug them into Google Shopping, and then you can find potential competitor sites. Okay, so there's tons of niche ideas that you can grab from here. And usually this is the best starting point, is just to go from here and then find niche ideas. Now, there's going to be tons of obviously like niche ideas outside of the home, but this is just such a good starting point for almost anybody doing high ticket dropshipping that I just recommend starting here, almost no matter what, because a lot of this stuff is going to be business to consumer and business to business potential. And a lot of it is going to definitely work with high ticket dropshipping. So let's just go ahead and start with the very first one, bathroom vanities, and see what we can find. So all you need to do is open. So once you're on Google Shopping, it'll look like this. Now, you're going to need to be in the target market that you're in. So like if you're trying to sell in the US, you got to be physically located in the US. And then if you're not, like for instance, in my situation right now, I'm in Bali, Indonesia at the moment, but I'm selling in the US. So I need to set a VPN. As far as VPNs go, I recommend using a VPN called Surfshark. This is what I use, and I recommend them. If you want to sign up for theirs and get a really good deal, you can go to ecommerceparadise.com/surfshark. And by the way, go check out ecommerceparadise.com. I got a bunch of great free guides on there, as well as free course, free niches list. You can see all my different service offerings. I got a bunch of great guides on what is high ticket dropshipping, best products, best suppliers, business formation, business checking accounts, and credit cards. We're publishing new blog posts every day. Here's our recommended resources: Shopify, Namecheap for domains, G Suite for email, Grasshopper for phones, Busy for LLC, traveling mailbox for virtual mailbox service, KW Finder for and out of the sandbox names, and then we have a separate page with all the partner offers on it. So go check out that site. Definitely bookmark it. All right, let's look into this bathroom vanities category and see what we can find. So the first thing I'm looking for is I'm looking for niche sites. There's many different types of e-commerce stores out there. The first and foremost you'll usually always see are these big box broad stores. Build.com is the best example. In this case, Home Depot, Pottery Barn. They're usually going to show up first in the ads when you type just product categories. So what we're really trying to find is we're going to try to find a niche store, and what niche means is that they're specifically around that category. So I want to see this keyword in the domain name or a variation of it. So I usually go down to, like in this case, V, and I'm looking for vanities store, anything that says vanities. And usually I'm always looking for a store that says the keyword first and the branding after it, because that is what you need for a retail store. For a brand, it would be usually the branding would come first and then the keyword would come after it. So, let me see if I can find one here. If there's any brands selling direct. Here we go, list vanities. Well, that could be a retail store. It would be like a name, like Wayfair Vanities, for instance. That would be like a brand. All right, so Vanities Depot. So what I usually do is I just check the box, and it's going to separate the listings here to just theirs. Or it's supposed to anyways. Okay, here's one. So I'm going to click the listing. It's going to pull up their site, and I'm going to take a look. First thing I'm looking for is the URL structure. You can't see it in this video, but at the very top of your browser, you'll see the URL structure. It'll say the website.com/. If it's a Shopify store, it'll say /products/. And also when you go to any particular collection, like let's say I click this one randomly, it'll say /collection/. So that's when you know it's a Shopify store. So first and foremost, I want to be looking at Shopify stores. Second thing is I want to go down to the bottom. And I want to see if they have any kind of a retail storefront or warehouse or anything like that. And it looks like they do not list it specifically here, or if they have a like visit our showroom, and they don't. So this is definitely just an online store, and they're selling products from multiple brands. That's the other thing I want to look for, is that they don't just have one brand, but they have multiple brands. Usually there's a list of like their brands and stuff like that somewhere. And if not, then you can just kind of go and see where their brands are. Sometimes they have like a shop all products or something. You can sort by best selling. That's usually what I try to do next, is I try to discover what are all their, best sellers. Another hack for that is just to type into your browser the domain /collection/all and then best selling. And in this case, the best sellers, it looks like, are particular add-ons, possibly, or maybe not. It's just that they're like certain pictures. All right, so yeah, it looks like they're selling this Malibu brand quite a bit, or maybe the Malibu is more like a model, not just a brand. Okay, so now we have this. What we're going to do is we want to take this SKU. You're looking for next to the SKU number, because a lot of times these niche stores, what they'll do is they'll bid highest on the SKUs and the model names. So I take the SKU and the product title, and some of the really good ones will put the SKU right in the product title, and then you're going to plug that back into Google Shopping. And now my goal is to find more niche stores. So in this case, modern bathroom. They might be a little bit more broad, right? Like modern bathroom isn't just specific for vanities. And then I can go down here on the left-hand side and go search for more stores. Again, looking for vanities or bathroom-specific stuff. So US bath store, that might be a good one to look at. Kitchen bath collection. Faucet Direct. Bath Vanity Experts, that looks like a niche store for sure. James Martin. Okay, so I think the brand name of this one is actually James Martin. And that website, they weren't listing the brand name for one reason or another. But here's the actual product. You can see it's the same SKU number, it's the same model name. They're actually listing the name. So now we have a brand name, actually. We can also plug that into Google Shopping along with the SKU, which for some reason... Well, okay, we'll just pull the SKU from here. And then people are going to be really bidding high on the SKU and the brand and the model. Okay. So now we're going to hopefully get the ones that are really just dropshipping stores. So let's see. Rustic kitchen and bath. Let's see if American Bath is a dropshipping store. I think List Vanities might be one. Vanities Expo. Okay, so all of these are probably dropshipping stores right here. I'm just going to open a new tab. Once you start finding brands that are commonly dropshipped, you can probably easily just find all the other stores, and then you can see all the brands that they're selling and then just get a huge list of brands that all these stores are selling. Okay, so this one is not a Shopify store. And they do have some sort of location, but it says e-commerce only. So they're definitely dropshipping. They're just an older e-commerce store that's dropshipping, okay? Keep in mind, these older stores, sometimes they're going to have brands that even though they do dropshipping, aren't opening new accounts for anybody right now. So they're not the best stores to extract from. But you can still extract from them. A lot of times, getting high-ticket suppliers is all about just calling and following up and sometimes having to meet them in person to get accounts, especially the bigger brands, the ones that sell the most. Okay, so this is that Vanities Expo site again. Vanities Grace. All right, this one looks like a really typical Shopify dropshipping store. I think this is using the dropship lifestyle theme that they built out. All right, so as you can see here, they have 6 brands. 100% certain all of these are dropshipping brands. So, this is the perfect store to extract from. They obviously haven't been that long because it's only 6 brands, but long enough to have gotten 6 brands. This is another Shopify store. They have quite a few different categories, so they've probably been around a lot longer. Again, no physical location. Obviously they served a lot of customers. Looks like they've got a lot more brands, top name brands like Toto and Anzi. So yeah, this is a great store to extract from as well. luxhome.co. Yeah, this one might work too. Let's see what the brands. Oh, they have a lot of brands. Yeah. So website like these can often be kind of a gold mine when you have tons of brands. But oftentimes they'll get a lot of brands from distributors too, so you got to be careful. You're always going to get the best margins from the manufacturers directly, which are the brands direct. But sometimes they just don't sell direct. They sell to distributors because they have such high volume that the distributor is going to handle the volume to the dealer or directly to the dealer's customer and dropship. So it's a lot easier for them to work that way. So just keep that in mind with these bigger, older industries. Especially industries where the suppliers have tons of SKUs. They're oftentimes going to go through distribution, but sometimes not. So I just found a bunch of, this is a P.O. box. So I found a bunch of dropship stores here. You can, choose any particular one to extract from. Again, the whole /collections/all trick usually works with all these stores. You just see all their products on one particular collection instead of having to go through different collections, and you can sort by best selling. And that kind of tells you exactly which brands are selling the best. So Z-Line on this store, obviously, they're selling the best. I don't know what this is, but Forno, okay. So there you go. So what I usually do is just take that /collection/all, and I just apply it to each one of these stores. That's, obviously Shopify. Like this US Bath store is obviously Shopify. You can just tell by the way Shopify stores look and the way they're set up. Sometimes they're going to have their theme set up so that it doesn't sort by best selling. Sometimes the best sellers are going to be like accessories and stuff, because this doesn't sort by best selling by price. This sorts by best selling by quantity. So keep that in mind. So like, suppliers like this, dropshippers like this that have been around for a long time, they're probably going to be selling a lot of these lower price items. That's kind of how you scale. Let's see if this is Shopify or not. I think not. Yeah, this is not Shopify. Okay, this is Shopify, so that's cool. But the best selling thing didn't work there. Let's see if it works now. Okay, here we go. Again, another store that's not putting I think it's the same one as before. They don't put the brand name for whatever reason, which is not smart, but at least they put the SKU. So you can do that with any one of these. Like if you see Modern Bath Store, Vanity Grace, let's see what their best sellers are, because this is Shopify. All right, I'm not sure what these guys are doing, but everything's sold out, and I can't sort by anything, so definitely not a good theme. Yeah, I would recommend this theme. This Dropshipping Style theme seems kind of weird. We use the Empire theme, which is by Pixel Union out of the sandbox. I highly recommend them. Again, on the homepage, Ecommerce Paradise down here, you can see out of the sandbox themes by Pixel Union. If you click that button, it's going to take you over to their website. It's a referral link, so if you buy using our link, we'll get a small commission, and we appreciate that. But yeah, they have really, really good themes. Let's see. Superstore is a good one here. I think the Empire theme is on their Pixel Union site, not out of the sandbox, but Superstore is very similar to the Empire theme. This one it looks very similar, as you can see. It's got a ton of different like sorting options and whatnot. It's just like really professional for mobile and desktop. So I highly recommend using a theme like this. All right, let's move on. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I pretty much went over like a ton of ideas here. Obviously, we just have tons of ideas. You can do the same thing on any one of these categories. Okay. So plugging these into Google, you find a niche store that's, obviously online only. You take their best-selling product, you plug it back into, again, using the whole /collection/all sort by best-selling technique. You find their best-selling products. You take the entire name plus the SKU number. Make sure you grab the SKU number, the SKU, the brand, the model. Those are the main keywords you want to plug back into Google Shopping. Okay, you're going to find more niche stores that are online only selling those products. And then you can extract all the various brands. Usually just focus on the best-selling brands, but go ahead and extract all of them. Okay, and then you have a huge list. You have competitors' sites. You have suppliers, brands. Like here, just a huge list of brands, obviously. You can just, when they have menus like this, it makes it really easy because you could just kind of copy and, paste this into a spreadsheet. And then you not only have the brand name, but you have how many products they have. So you know which brands are going to have a ton of products and which ones only have a few. So you can really go after those big ones that have a ton of products, But just keep in mind, they're going to be harder to get, usually, but sometimes not. So yeah, and then you have a great set. You can do some more keyword research. You can figure out if the categories have a lot of competition or if they're not. Usually competition is a good thing. There's always room to compete. So I always recommend going after categories that have more competition rather than less ones. Again, I have a great resource for keyword research, which is KW Finder. So go to ecommerceparadise.com/KW Finder, go to the bottom and just click the link here. KW Finder is really cool because it'll give you all sorts of data, and it's very, very inexpensive to use as compared to other keyword research and SEO tools. It'll show you the search volume, the CPC for the search text ads, the keyword difficulty for the organic rankings, and all the organic ranking ones. And then, obviously shopping ads change by keyword, by location. Bid adjustments are crazy on some of these accounts. So you'll just want to do this Google Shopping research yourself. The cool thing about Google Shopping ads is you'll know who's really successful because they're running Google Shopping ads. Okay, they're paying for traffic. Those are the ones that you should definitely, pull from. Now, some of the stores that are really new, they just start paying for traffic right away. So you should definitely look at these stores that have only a few suppliers and, take it with a grain of salt, all the data that their site shows. But try to find these sites that are on Shopify and are quite a bit older, like Rustic Kitchen and Bath. They have a lot of cool, great data, tons of reviews. This is the kind of stuff we're looking for, is these products that have a lot of reviews because, this one's not like super high ticket, but it sells really well, obviously. So, that's something that you can try to model after on your website. You're not always going to be selling high ticket stuff, but oftentimes you're going to be selling packages of low ticket stuff to come up with a high ticket order. So in this case, they have, add-ons like 100, 90, 90, 90. So if someone added all this stuff, which I'm sure they wouldn't need all of it, maybe just one or two of them. but still, you'd come up with at least like a $600 order, right? And then plus maybe if they didn't just buy that, but they bought like other packages, like here they even have, kitchen appliance packages. So you can buy, a range hood plus a range plus a fridge plus, microwave, oven, whatever, all this stuff in one package. And then you're selling stuff for $10,000 plus, So that's kind of where the bread and butter is with this stuff, is doing that. And obviously, with B2B, focusing on, contractors in this case, people building out sites, houses, and people building out, like doing design work and stuff. If you can get those kinds of accounts, that's really helpful as well. But yeah, hope this video was helpful, guys. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. If you are interested in getting into a course that shows you over the shoulder how to do all this stuff, that goes beyond just research, but also shows you how to set up a website, do marketing, run ads, optimize, do SEO, email marketing, all that stuff, everything that's required, go check it out. First and foremost, get your free mini course and niches list, okay? And then go check out the high ticket dropshipping masterclass. If you just go check out the homepage, you'll get a great idea of what's involved in setting up one of these businesses. Okay, my idea here is not to hide anything. I just want to make sure that I'm charging a fair amount for all my knowledge, because I've been doing this stuff since like 2010, 11 I started. 15 plus years. So you're able to skip past all of that, trial and error, figure out on your own stuff by signing up for a course like this. Other courses I found when I was getting going, trying to find courses, is that they would leave out a lot of the important stuff, and also they would also have other people do, the videos on other things, and they weren't as easy to follow as the course creator themselves. I do all the videos. I don't leave out anything. I went over everything I possibly could, try to make it as easy as possible. Now, software platforms are changing often, so some of these videos are going to be a little bit outdated, but everything's mostly the same. 25, modules of content, everything that goes into building, launching, and scaling one of these stores. Now, the other option is if you don't have all the time in the world to go through a course like this, you can choose our turnkey option. What we do is we build you out one of these businesses, kind of like done for you, and then you can check that out on the homepage as well. Read through the sales page, see what's involved. It's 3 phases. We do research and store building, set up marketing, and then get you going with sales and scaling. One of the main things that other people don't do that we do is we set everything up and launch it for you. Most of the creators out there, they just do the store building. So you're just going to get a store and then you don't know what to do with it. So what we do is we have the whole phase 2, which is marketing, phase 3, which is sales. And the main thing we do that is very, very different is we actually recruit, hire, and train a VA to manage customer service and sales for you, because that's the main process. We've discovered that is the hardest part later on, is actually doing all that for someone that buys one of these packages. They'll also continue to do recruiting to get more suppliers for you. And then we offer additional services on the back end, like additional supplier onboarding, things like that. Help you scale your store, SEO, ads, everything. So you can kind of get an idea of all the steps we go through here to build these stores out. It's a lot of work, okay? It comes with access to the masterclass. It comes with coaching calls. I'm really upfront. Everything's going to cost you money ongoing. It's not just a one-time fee. You're going to have to pay monthly for the virtual assistant, ad spend, expenses, all that stuff. You need to have some things in place. You need to be a USA citizen to be doing business in the US, or you need to have a business established in the US and banking set up on your end before we get started. There's a whole process that goes through. So if you want to kind of learn more, or just like talk to me and ask me everything, you can go ahead and book a call. There's a call booking feature here on the sales page, and it's a free consultation. You'll get to talk directly with me, Trevor Fenner. It's a 15-minute to 30-minute call, maybe upwards of an hour. If you have a lot of questions, I don't mind spending more time with you. If you are ready to get going right away, you can just go ahead and pay for one of the packages. Usually everybody starts the beginner package or the intermediate, and then from there you go. But we do charge $9.97 per supplier. That's additional later on. So by buying one of these higher packages now, you'll get a much deeper discount on all the suppliers that are in the future. Like you'll get 30 suppliers for $15,000 instead of having to pay $30,000 for 30, or well, $25,000 extra for 25 more suppliers, that kind of thing. So, but most of the time people just start with 5, get going, start making some money. And then as they make money later on, then they'll pay for additional supplier onboarding and scaling services. Or you can just figure out on your own. So everybody's kind of different. Let me know. If you have any questions, you can comment below. This is on YouTube, so I answer all the comments on YouTube, and I'm happy to help. So if you have any questions, let me know. You can watch the sales video up here as well. I explain everything pretty clearly. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I'm excited to help you get started with a location-independent business, so you can, travel the world, work remote, do what you want to do. Have a system that will bring you financial wealth that you can then use to live the life of your dreams. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and share any of this content with your friends that are interested in setting up one of these businesses. I really appreciate it. Also, check out the podcast on iTunes and Spotify, Ecommerce Paradise podcast. And listen in. There's a lot of good content there, a lot of really good tips. Again, I've been doing this for about 15 years, so I've got lots of good tips for you guys. So definitely subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.